Hey everyone, it's Bubbly4041 and I'm back with another video. This video is going to be a results video from the latest show that I attended, which was Plastic Pony Palooza. It was held in West Newfield, Maine, yesterday, June 4th. It was a really great time. We had a lot of fun with fellow hobby friends. There was a lot of competition. Region 10 can really bring the competition even in small numbers. There was only about 14 or 15 other entrants, including myself. And it was just a great time. I got a fair amount of models, or a fair amount of placings for my models, and it's lovely to see all of the horses and everything. So I did take quite a few pictures. I'll be having an experience video out shortly, but this is just going to be my placings from the show. So I brought 62 models with me. Maybe less than half of them placed or so, which is fine. I brought a fair amount of minis that I thought could be competitive in the larger scale models, and some of them did place really well also, so that was a nice surprise. So I'm going to kind of go from least or lowest to highest, I think. I do have a thing with the totals of numbers of models in each class. Generally, some of the smallest classes, one of the smallest classes was other full breeds, which I think was 9. Most of the traditional scale type bigger breed classes, your sport, your stock, things like that, averaged anywhere from 18 to 20 models per class, more or less. Some were 15, some were 17, but most of them were about 18 to 20, so that's a pretty good amount. So I guess we'll start from lowest to highest, and I won't say exactly how many models were in each class, but it was in that range more or less. So starting off, I think we'll just go from, well, I'll be jumping around a little bit because we'll go from 6 to the higher placings. So start up here. The first 6th place that I'll show you, this is not in order from how it happened during the day, but this is dipped in gold in the middle, and he got a 6th place in European draft breeds, which was nice. Again, very competitive classes, so I was happy with any placing that I got. And then down here we have a couple 6th places. The first class of the day was light breed foals, and I had Breath of Heaven in that class, this little DAH Arabian filly right there in the middle, and she got a 6th place in that class. And then in the quite competitive Arabian class, Breccia got a 6th place, so that was nice. And then this little guy, this is Blazing Comet. He got a 6th place in the draft and pony foals, but she actually ended up splitting that class, so he was just in pony foals and he got a 6th place. And then moving over, there's nobody on that shelf, so we're just gonna jump to the minis for the other, I think, 2 6th places that I got. So my minis are on this shelf. I have the ribbons below because they obviously won't fit too well with them up here. But one of the first 6th place for minis that I got was Lavender Sky. This little bay roan on the very end, she got a 6th place. And this was a breed only show, so it was only judged on breed. There was no collectability, it was just one judge that did breed. And then the other 6th place that I have is Mountain Time, and that's my little Highland pony Briar right there in the middle. And she got a 6th place in British Pony. And then Lavender Sky was in Spanish Gated Breed foals. So now we'll jump to the 5th places. I'll stay right here because I do have a 5th place for these little guys. And that was my newest addition here, this little foal. This is Pumped Up Kicks. He was in, again, she split pony and draft, so he was in the draft breed foals, and he got a 5th place. And then we did have a 5th place on the shelf. Night Fever, the Bay Stone American Saddlebred, he got a 5th place in carriage breeds. And then down here, Twist and Shout got a 5th place in stock breed foals. And Kings of Twilight, Mike Carlisle, he got a 5th place in the other breed / crosses class. He got a 5th. I think that's it for 5ths, so we'll move on to 4ths. My other placing on this shelf was Finnegan's Wake. He got a 4th place in the other breed drafts. They didn't split it into American and then other. I think it was just other breed drafts. He got a 4th place. And then over here, a couple 4th places. Ferrero, my Stone Andalusian right there. He got a 4th place in the Andalusian Lusitano class. And then this guy, Prince of Thieves, my Silver Bay Stone Morgan, he got a 4th place in the Morgan class. Very pretty. And then my only placings in the stock division was 2 4th places in the whole stock division. So all of my issues, only 1 placed, and that was this guy, which I had him name Into the Unknown, and I changed his name, and now it's Seen Red is his new name, and he got a 4th in the Quarter Horse Stallions class. There he is. It's better lighting. Don't want to blind you all. And then my other placing, none of my other ideal stock horses placed except for him, and 4th in the Quarter Horse Stallions. And then I showed in the other stock class, they didn't have a separate class for Mustangs, so I showed my little Breyer Classic Mustang there, that's Tartan, and he got a 4th place in that class. And then I only got a couple of 3rd places. And before I forget, I'm going to forget to come over here, but my minis, there was 1 4th place in my minis, and that was Calderon. He got a 4th place in the carriage breeds. So Night Fever got 5th, and he got 4th. The little glossy Frisian right there, he got 4th. So stay over here so I don't forget them. 3rd place over here with the stablemates, we had Resplendent, the little white Spanish dude right there. He got a 4th place in other Spanish gated class. If not 4th, 3rd, excuse me. He got a 3rd place. That's what his little ribbon looks like. And that was pretty competitive. That was out of several, there might have even been like a Stone Andalusian in there. It was out of the big guys too, so I was really proud of the 3rd place for him. And then I think my only other 3rd place that I see out is going to be this little guy. This is in Cahoots. I showed him again in the pony breed foals because they split him up, pony and draft, and he got a 3rd in the pony breed foals class. And then we'll move on to seconds and firsts. So we'll do seconds first. That makes sense. This guy up here, this is Partly Puzzled. He's my glossy Buckeye. He got a 2nd in the Mules and Exotics class. Neither of these guys placed. They were in there too. But he got a 2nd. And then 2nd on this shelf, we have Lady Bay, my glossy Gigi Valentine. This is, I think, her first Nan card that she's won with me, to be honest with you. I've had her since 2012, because I showed her in the Briarfest Youth Show in 2012, and she won the whole thing for me. And I've been taking her to open shows off and on. My 2 other warm bloods there, Totalis and my glossy Selenero guy right there, I think are a little bit more competitive to me, but they didn't place and she got a 2nd. So really happy with her, and I'm glad that she pulled something, and I think it's her first Nan card, so that was pretty cool. And then I have 2 2nds over with the stablemates, and then I think 1 first show you on this shelf, and then we're going to go to ones that did win some rosettes. So 2nd place on this shelf, first one we have was in the foals division. So this is his thing, and we have Roan Ranger, the little red roan line foal there. He got a 2nd in the Pony Breeds foals class. So all my pony foals placed. And he got a Nan card, which is pretty cool. And then my other 2nd place on the shelf, again, an instance where one of the minis was fairly competitive in the big classes, and that was Harrington, and he's my generation, I think 1, Morgan Stallion and Chestnut stablemate right there. I showed him in the Morgan class, decided to just plop him in there as a buy-in, and he actually ended up taking a 2nd place out of, I mean, there must have been at least 10 or 12 Stone Morgans on the table, not to mention some Briar Troubadours, the first release in that, and then they had some of the regular run liver chestnuts that they just came out with too, which were really nice. But he got a 2nd, so that's really cool. And then the only other placing for these shelves that didn't get a rosette, that was 1st or 2nd, was this guy. This is Getaway Car. He's my one-of-a-kind best offer Stone Tennessee walking horse. He's lovely. and he got a first. She ended up splitting the American Saddlebred and Tennessee Walking Horse class up into Briar and Stone. So he was in the Stone portion, and he took a first in that class, which is lovely. This is the second show I brought him to for an open show, and he got first at both shows, so really happy with him. And then we're going to zoom on over real quick, and I'll show you my big winners for the day. So first, we're going to start off with this girl. This is Mina. That's her original stone name. She's a limited run of 30 from BriarFest 2012. Again, one of my older models in my collection because I bought her when I went to BriarFest in 2012. We didn't realize we were staying in the hotel that Stone Equilocity was being hosted in until my grandmother and I got there, and I was still only about 4 years into the hobby and about 2 years seriously into the hobby, so I didn't really know what stones were at the time, and that was very exciting. So she actually took a first in the stock breed foals class. We were watching the judge go around the table and put the ribbons down, and I really didn't think she was going to give her anything. I didn't think she was going to place, and then she ended up getting first in that class, and she went on to get the reserve champion of the foal division. So that's really exciting. Very beautiful ribbons and ribbon colors for this show, very springy. But she got her first in an Nan card and a reserve champion, so I'm really happy with that. She's lovely. And then my other two winners were also little guys, so I'm kind of proud I brought the stablemates that I did. The next winner is this guy here. This is Crown of Shadows, and I showed him in the other light breeds class. And he took a first in the other light breeds class, and then he went on to get reserve champion of the light breed division. So these were back to back, the foals, and then the light breed division was the next division. So I was like, that's pretty cool. But this is his first Nan card, I think, and he's really happy with that placing for him. And her name is Heart and Soul. I don't know if I mentioned. I just called her Mina, but her show name is Heart and Soul. And then he got his first in his rosette. And then my big winner for the day, I did not get any overall champions at this show, which I'm not surprised at. There was absolutely lovely competition. And you'll see in my experience video, one of the horses that I did get a photo of that won overall champion for the day was a glossy Palooza Stone Remington. I don't know what the particular model is. It's a blanket Palooza glossy. Absolutely gorgeous. It's the new Stone running stock horse mold that they came out with, and you'll see the model in the video. It was fantastic. That was the one that won overall. But my biggest winner for the day was this little guy, also in the same mold as Crown and Shadows. So this is the Stablemate Club Claus, and I call him .com, and he got a first in the other pony breeds, or European pony breeds. I can't remember. One of the two. I don't remember if it was European pony or other pony breeds. But he got a first in that class, which is pretty cool. And again, it was big classes, like 18 or so. And then he ended up actually taking champion of the entire pony / exotic / other breed division. So the division at the end of the day. He took champion of that division, and he almost could have taken one of the overalls. The judge did say she was considering him, and that he has a very, and I quote, clever breed assignment. So that was a nice shout out for the day and for my work that I put in. So he got champion. I got one champion, 2 reserve champions, and pretty happy about that. It was a wonderful day spent with friends and seeing some lovely horses. And I will put the experience video out, compile all the pictures that I took, and put the experience video out soon. If you guys have any other video recommendations or anything else that you'd like to see, just let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, guys. Bye.